Can I share something with you? It's something I learned the hard way after 20 years as a nail tech. You can't just be good with polish. You've got to be good with people. And I mean all kinds of people. Nurses, housewives, CEOs, divorced dads, bridezillas. Some would come in talking your ear off. Others, you'd get more conversation out of a houseplant. And every appointment started the same way. Hi, how's your day? How was traffic? But then what? What do you say when the conversation runs dry and you've still got 40 minutes left on their gel set? I've had to master the art of never running out of things to say because silence in a salon feels louder than a blow dryer on high. And here's what I figured out. Talking isn't about being extroverted or naturally good with people. It's a skill, just like doing a perfect French tip. You learn it, you practice it, you get better. And one moment that really taught me that, a client snapped at me once, out of nowhere. I asked how her weekend was, and she cut me off mid-sentence with, "Can we not do the chit-chat today?" For a split second, I felt embarrassed, like I'd crossed some invisible line just by being polite. But instead of getting awkward or shutting down, I smiled and said, "Of course." And we sat quietly for a while. About 10 minutes in, she let out this big sigh and said, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take that out on you." Her son had been sent home from school for pushing another kid. She hadn't slept in 2 days. She was overwhelmed, exhausted, and full of mom guilt. That moment, it changed everything. Because after that, she opened up. Every appointment, a little more. And the woman who once snapped at me? She became one of my most loyal clients. She'd book every week, same time, like clockwork. And honestly, she became a friend. All because I didn't try to force small talk. I just let her know. You don't have to talk, but I'm here if you want to. That moment reminded me why small talk actually matters. Not because it's shallow, but because it's how we start. It's how we build the bridge to something deeper. Here's how I learned to never run out of things to say, even with the quietest, shyest, or crankiest of clients. First, if someone says, "I went hiking this weekend," you could nod, smile, and pray for the timer to go off. Or you could get curious. Ask, "Where'd you go?" Have you always loved hiking? Solo hike or with someone? Even if you've never touched a trail in your life, asking follow-ups shows you're engaged. And here's the secret. You don't have to care about the topic, just the person. It also puts you in control of the conversation. Because here's the truth no one told me until way too late. The one asking the questions controls the room. But that only works if you do this second thing right. Actually listen. I know, sounds simple, but most people don't listen. They wait for their turn to talk. They're halfway through forming their response before you even finish your sentence. I used to do that too, and it made my responses feel off, like I was answering a question they didn't ask. But when I really started listening, slowing down and zoning in, I stopped scrambling for what to say next, because the answer was already in what they just told me. And that's how you keep things flowing naturally, like you're catching a rhythm instead of forcing a chat. Now here's the magic part. Find the common ground. This one takes a little practice, but it's so worth it. Sometimes it's easy. You both binge the same Netflix show. You're both moms. You both hate small talk but love deep convos. Other times you have to dig a little. But once you hit that common thread, boom, conversation gold. I've had full-on therapy sessions with clients, laughed until we cried, and even got invited to weddings, just because we clicked over something random like a favorite childhood cereal. But let me keep it real. Even with all that, you'll still hit the occasional awkward silence. The trick? Don't freak out. Just own the silence. Smile, breathe. Let it be a pause, not a panic, because sometimes silence just means they're thinking or resting, or maybe they just need a little quiet. But more often than not, when you listen closely, ask real questions, and find that tiny spark of connection, you'll never run out of things to say, and you'll leave people feeling like they were really heard, maybe for the first time that day. And that's the kind of conversation that sticks. I'm here if you want to talk more about it. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's have that conversation. Does small talk still matter in today's world? Because honestly, in this non-stop scroll culture, small talk might be the last real connection we've got left. Love, Lucy.